All these networks that are talking about football, they are fooling themselves.
What do you mean?
It's going to be a disaster. There is, there is no way football is going to be able to go on.
You're crazy. Why not?
One, there's 53-man roster.
Plus trainer.
Plus coaches.
Everything else.
25. They're not going to be in a bubble. So they're
MLB's not in a bubble, though. They're
I know,
fine.
and that's not going to last.
You don't think they finished the season out?
No, I don't think they're going to finish.
Because you look at the Marlins, right? They had all those cases. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, let's shut down the season." The Marlins like,
but called up some other people.
Here's the difference, though. The difference with baseball, you're not standing next to anybody. You know, the center fielder's standing out there doing nothing. Just like,
it is true. Like if one offensive lineman has it,
well, if Patrick Mahomes gets it, it's gonna be problems.
Yeah.
Like if the superstars get it, then you got problems.
That's what I'm saying. But it just, no, I disagree. I think what he's saying is more important. I think if the left tackle gets it, and then
everybody on the line is going to get it.
And then
on both lines.
On both lines, they can't. They're talking about wearing some kind of mask, but that is a full contact sport. That if they're not going to have a bubble, how are they going to do it? Like, it's going to decimate the season, because the difference between baseball and football is baseball got 60 games. If the Marlins don't play for a week, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah. By the way, if the Marlins don't play at all, nobody
cares.
No one cares.
Yeah, but in football, you're talking about it's a 16-game a season.
Every game matters.
Every game matters. What are they going to do? They're going to reschedule. Like, okay, so the Redskins can't play. Oh, we're not even calling that anymore. Whatever they're
the
Washington football.
Washington football.
By the way, the worst.
Washington football.
What's the mascot?
Well, here's the thing. They're gonna rename it, but they couldn't because a bunch of fans bought the rights to all the names they thought they were gonna go to. So it's a legal battle now. Because I think they want to do the Washington Red Tails, which were the World War II African American pilots. Dope name, dope logo, but they couldn't do it.
Did you hear that there was a group that wanted to call them the Washington Skins? And I was like, what?
That might be worse.
The Skins?
I know. People call them anyways.
Yeah, but it's clearly an abbreviation.
Just get rid of the Skins, for God's sake.
Like calling a team the Urs.
Yeah.
Did you get that one?
I know they were leaning towards the Washington Sentinels, which was, if the movie with Keanu Reeves, The Replacements.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. Get creative over there, Washington.
But anyway, my point is I just don't see that, though. I don't see football. I think it's a disaster waiting to happen. And I think they can do it because there's so much money on the line. There's so much money on the line.
College football, Eric.
College football. How can you have this is why college football is not going to go, in my opinion.
No, I love that you don't think it's going to go.
No.
Even though they're planning to have fans and everything.
No, it's never going to happen. Because they're not even going to be at school. And now
in the SEC,
listen, it's all
the SEC is going to school.
Yes,
right.
It's still all hypocrisy. If the college athlete now sees that they're going hey, we want to play, because now they know that it's all about money, then the college athlete now is going to be like,
bingo,
we want some of that money.
Bingo.
Yeah.
And so that's why that's going to be the legal battle right there. And they should get money.
They should.
Fuck them.
By the way,
this puts more chips in the corner and be like, hold up. Now you want us to play? Now you want us to play, but you want to push the season back and then make it play the other season, 2021, back to back?
Yeah.
Spring and fall?
And then
just for money?
And they've made the NCAA, they've exposed the NCAA as frauds.
Oh, they're the biggest corrupt.
And then they don't even need them. They don't even need them because it's the five major things are like, okay, here's what we're going to do.
Yeah. You guys can do what you want, but this is what we're doing. But it's like, have you seen the I think it's the Big 10, Big 12? Because their chancellor, president, came out and said, before anybody, because they thought they're the big dogs with Ohio State, Michigan State, Penn State, they went, we're not playing. We're not going to play. And their first go, everybody else is going to follow us. And the other leagues went, like SEC, ACC went, no, we're playing. And then those teams, like the big boys, Ohio State, Michigan, were like, no, we want to play, motherfucker. You don't speak for us.
Yeah.
So now they're proposing that Ohio State, Penn State, 5 or 6 teams, they're going to have their own season without that commissioner. They're just going to do it themselves.
Can I ask
you a
question
play each other twice
about the NCAA?
You don't think it's going to go down?
No, what I'm saying is like that's all going to be like for what? Like the whole point of why we love it is the rivalries, the fact that there is a season, we know what they're playing for. All that stuff is going to be taken away. They think that we just want to watch people play football and that's it.
I think a lot of people do just want to watch people play football. But I have a question about the players.
SEC's gonna be nuts.
I have a question about the players. So, because I had heard college players, and I have no idea if this is true. If a college player, say, breaks his leg playing football, the school covers that, or the family has to cover that?
The school covers it.
Okay.
Hold on. If you did it while you were playing football,
The school covers it.
Yeah.
But say you're playing football and you get COVID and there's hospital.
they cover. I think
What I read was, and what the Pac-12 players were like, that's one of the things that they're fighting for.
Pac-12, the Pac-12. If you look at that, if you have any
That's
fucking
ridiculous, by the
brain,
way.
you look at their
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
demands.
But
When they were like, we want 50% of whatever you
Dumb.
bring in. And so the Pac-12 commissioner's like, hold on. Do you realize if we give you 50%, that 50% pays for every other sport? No other sport makes money. Name another sport, women's sport, that make no money. So Title IX, if there's men, there has to be women, right? So if we give you 50, all these other sports are gone. All those women's sports, all your friends, that's gone.
And I say, that's your problem.
Yeah.
That's what I say. I say, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, tennis team. You know, because the problem is the way. See, this is a more of a systematic problem.
Wait, you think they should pay the football players and cut the other sports?
No. I'm saying that this is exposing a problem. How the colleges are run in the first place. Even where money is allocated, where money comes from, why the money is being spent. You know, the fact that education is for profit is the problem in the first place.
Yes, 100%.
Okay, so the fact that you're saying it costs you $80,000 to sit in this chair and learn from us that's part of the issue. So you go, all right, you're just not going to make the same amount of money that you're making in college. You know, the money has to be spread out in a different way.
Lower the tuition. But
You know?
also, this is the other thing that pisses me off, and I've been through it firsthand. They go, well, we are giving them something, we're giving them an education. I promise you, at these big schools, and I played big time college football, you are not learning anything but college football.
Right.
It takes up all your fucking time. You get the easiest classes on the schedule, so they just want you to stay eligible. Then you get done, you're like, I learned nothing. When I got my degree, the kid behind me, I won't say his name, my first day of school, he was the first friend I met, I swear to God, I swear on my mother, he asked me, how do you spell chair? And I thought he was joking.
Because you were like, I don't know either.
Behind me, I was like, how the fuck is this happening? You have a degree from University of Colorado. When I get off stage at the Laugh Factory, right away you go, bro, I figured out what you look like. I'm like, what? This is from a bunch of other comics. I'm like, what? You're like, you look like a Rottweiler. We got a shit together.
Oh, you do, bro. Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying, dude.
Grab that mic, son.
You do. Look, bro, look.